Another woman accuses Shannon Sharpe. A representative of Sharpe called the allegations ridiculous in a statement on page 6. A woman suing Shannon Sharpe for alleged defamation also alleges that the complaint that the NFL Hall of Famer sexually assaulted her in 2010. Michelle Evans filed suit against Sharpe in 2023. Now, if you guys know that name, Michelle. Do you guys remember the audio tape that leaked incidentally to his Instagram where his groceries were being eaten?
Oh.
He said, "Oh yeah, Michelle."
Oh.
This is the woman who was allegedly on that tape that was with Shannon for a while eating groceries.
Oh.
So for you guys know, this is the woman. So now we got 2 of these women, and both of these women have something in common. They eat Shannon's groceries. Oh yeah. They get up in there. Oh yeah. I can see his big butt, but oh yeah, get up in. Oh yeah, that's right there.
Oh my God.
Sharpe has strongly denied the allegations. Strongly denied them. In the New York complaint obtained by People, Evans, who is representing herself, claims that she had been in a relationship with Sharpe for nearly a decade, ending in 2010. Then she says they got in an argument over his alleged infidelity. Evans alleges Sharpe then requested that the two have sex and that she refused. The defendant proceeded to forcefully subdue me, compelling me to my knees, and subsequently engaging in non-consensual oral penetration. Despite my protests, he persisted in his violation.
These bitches out here trying to get a
Hold
check.
on. No, we ain't done cooking. We not done. Shout out to my girl Allie Dude, who just gifted 10 subscriptions to Jody's Corner. Thank you, Allie. It's greatly appreciated. Let's keep cooking. Thereafter, Shannon's coercion escalated as he maneuvered me onto the bed and achieved consensual vaginal penetration, all while proclaiming his intent to make it so no other man would want me. He tried to destroy and leave nothing behind.
Come on.
Nobody else gonna want this after I'm
Come on, dog.
After I'm done, nobody gonna want this. Though Evans is not suing Sharpe for assault, she claims that he threatened to ruin her reputation, and that the ensuing media commentary was rife with defamation commentary assailing my professional reputation. In a statement to page 6, Sharpe, they denied Evans' allegations. Michelle Evans' claims are ridiculous and completely without merit. The proceedings in the Evans case are civil and still ongoing, though a judge did deny her request for an order of protection. My statement is found here. This is the truth. In a statement to People on Friday, Michelle Schuster, an attorney for Sharpe, wrote, "It should be of no surprise that when someone famous is in the news, all sorts of people crawl out of the woodwork to share their connection to that person in an attempt to profit from that alleged relationship. In many cases, those stories or accusations are nothing more than old news, fanciful exaggerations, or sometimes blatant misrepresentations of fact. They are shared on social media or fed to reporters with intentional factual omissions and no regard for the truth. This is obviously purposeful, designed to create a fabricated narrative. This is exactly what is happening to Shannon Sharpe, and the resurrection of the case involving Michelle is a perfect example. When she could not find a lawyer to pursue her outrageous story, she filed a civil complaint in her own that is completely devoid of merit. The fact that Shannon has no contact with this person for many years." Later, the statement adds, bottom line, Shannon has done nothing wrong and intends to fight back against these malicious lies, not with manufactured defenses or imagery stories, but with documentary proof and real evidence. The statement adds that Sharpe is stepping away. He's stepping away from ESPN. He plans to return to the network for the 2025 football season. He plans to return after the football season.
I don't know Disney gonna let that happen.
I don't either. There's more little teas. We're gonna try and bring some things together. Why is all this happening to Uncle Shannon? Well, he was on the cusp of a 7-figure deal with ESPN. High 7 figures. We're talking about hundreds of millions. That's 8. What's that? 9 figures. I'm sorry. That's a 9-figure. 100 million, that's 9 figures. 9 figures,
Yeah.
9. Yeah. A 9-figure deal, potentially, with ESPN. Then we see the success and the rise of the Club Shay Shay podcast and the Shay Shay Nightcap podcast. We see all these endorsements and these advertisements and these deals, these brand deals he has, fan duels and whatnot. But there's got to be more to this. He had that interview with all these amazing celebrities, most notably probably it's Cat Williams, broke the internet, probably over 100 million viewers at this point. Everybody knows Shay Shay more than a football player, but more as a podcaster, commentator, interviewer. All this money coming his way. And then all this potential destruction coming with it. What I'm about to play for you could be false. What I'm about to play for you, I can't confirm the validity of the audio. But what you're going to hear in this audio is NBA player, former NBA player Matt Barnes, speaking on behalf of Shaquille O'Neal to an unknown party who is known for putting the word out there. And in this audio, Matt Barnes is asking the said party who could put things out there that Shaq is willing to pay top dollar for dirt on Shannon Sharpe.
Wow. What? Wow. What the fuck?
Shannon Sharpe and Shaquille O'Neal had beef in the past. Serious beef in the past. Shaq don't like Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe is about to join the ABC, ESPN, Disney family. Shaquille O'Neal is about to join the ABC Disney family because the TNT network contract is about to be over this year. Next year, they're gonna be on the same company.
So one of us got to go.
Allegedly, Shaq ain't liking him.
Wow.
Here is that audio.
Time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Shaq said he's paying top dollar for any information on old boy. So, again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around, so just want to put that out there.
Wow.
Staying quiet. Hey, he said, please keep it quiet. He said that Shannon did some shit back to him a while back, and he's been off him. So that's why he's doing this, but please keep his name quiet.
To that. Have you guys talked?
We haven't. Shaq feels the way he feels, and he's perfectly fine to feel that way. I said what I said. I still think Shaq is a phenomenal basketball player, even though, he minimized my career. I'm fine. The thing is,
First off, fuck your bitch in the clique you claim. West side, when we ride, come equipped with game.
Y'all see this post? Shaq made this post at Shannon Sharpe. You took me sticking up for shy, ask jealousy of Joker. Shows how smart you are and how you say anything to get clicks. So here's some clickbait for you. If you ain't ranked in the top 10 of your profession, then you can't speak on me. Don't forget, I know what you did to get where you at. Me jealous? Sounds like you jealous. I know you ain't. I know you trying to stay relevant by gossiping on your podcast. We don't believe you. You need more people in that case you forgot. 4 rings, 3 finals MVP, top 50, not top 75. Google me. And to be quite frank, all this new success that you got, you still under me. You don't know my work ethic. But according, I work less than you, but I'm worth more than you. Make it make sense. Love you too. If you need help making money, it's better ways than gossiping. I'm too old for this shit. Love always. The most dominant big man who never took it serious. Remember, I don't know you. And in the words of Skip Bayless, I'm better than you. Hashtag G14 classification. I have it. You don't. Not in my profession. And your GOAT debate, never wanted to be the GOAT. I wanted to be who you should greet me. The most dominant ever. Hashtag the apex predator.
That sounds like some
Bruh, to have Shaquille O'Neal gunning for you with the heavy coin, with this audio tape from Matt Barnes, this was before it. This new chick comes out, who was an old chick. Who's to know that Shaq to say, hey, what's up? Who's to know that more women ain't gonna come out?
Or to say this or whatever. You know what? To hear this and everything that's going on, this is like the Bill Cosby shit all over again.
Yep.
Every time that a situation happens when it comes to an eligible black man who's trying to make money or trying to do something good, here come the woodworks. All these people start coming out.
But Shaq is right here saying, I know what you did to get where you at. Don't forget, I know what you did to get where you at, Shannon.
Well, shit, it was allegations about him messing around with other people too. Remember with the girl?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So he's not the only. Shannon Sharpe is not the only person who went through bullshit. Because Shaquille O'Neal had that issue too once upon a time. But all these motherfuckers come out the woodworks trying to get that check, and it's all about the money.
There's more. Y'all remember this part right here? Dang, this boy Cap Williams is a prophet.
Want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, Cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends.
That's exactly what's happening to Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah.
He said, you messing with the white girl, I'm scared of them. I'm scared of the white girls. Now, then Shannon Sharpe comes out and says, I'm stepping down. Oh, that's not a good look if you stepping down, because you being a freak into BDSM, allegedly there's spit, choking, I heard defecation and just like submission, BDSM, raw, real stuff like, what's the password? What's the password? Type stuff. That's what Shannon is into. And if you're into that, it's not illegal. You work for the mouse, though. You work for Disney. Still, it's not illegal. But then this victim that's claiming a victim who was with you for over a decade, right, ago, is coming out and saying that you said all these things. Shaq is on your head. And then you step down. You say, and he said, because from his statement, he says, I've decided. He said, I've decided to step away.
That's a lie.
To deal with this.
That's a lie. I'm calling the lie. And I'm
you calling the lie. All right, I'll note that. You're calling Shannon a lie. Like, I decided to step away. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, for you to decide to step away proves guilt to me. You're guilty. No innocent man is stepping away from that money from his prestigious job. I don't care. You could always defend the truth. You will never bow, fold, even barter with lies when you're being honest. I'm not about to step away from my job because that victim who we're into BDSM and she likes it rough is going to say that I took it. No, we're not doing that. That's not what an honest person does. An honest person stands on 10. That's what an honest person does. So him stepping away from this makes me look at him like, oh, you guilty of something. Because that's like voluntary quitting, bro.
Involving Mr. Shannon Sharpe, who announced yesterday that he would be stepping away.
He rigorously defended Jay-Z, by the way. Thank you for reminding me of that.
From ESPN and ESPN's First Take, my daytime job, at least until the NFL preseason, sometime later on this summer. As you may recall, a lawsuit was filed against Shannon on Sunday by a woman using the name Jane Doe, or using a Jane Doe pseudonym. The 13-page civil complaint filed in Nevada alleged that Shannon Sharpe committed assault, sexual assault, battery, and sexual battery. Shannon and his attorneys responded with evidence of the relationship being, quote unquote, consensual. And Jane Doe's attorney, Tony Busby, responded by releasing audio of an alleged conversation between his client and Shannon. For those that don't know, Tony Busby is the same attorney that filed the lawsuit against Jay-Z and Diddy, alleging they both sexually assaulted a minor, which has since been withdrawn. Jay-Z has now countersued Busby. Needless to say, the headlines this week took on a life of their own, and as a result, Shannon announced he was stepping away from ESPN. Here's a portion of Shannon's statement that he posted on social media. Quote, I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues, end quote. It's been a difficult week from a sports media perspective, certainly as it pertains to First Take. Shannon Sharpe became a friend. When I recruited him to come on board on ESPN's First Take, he came on board and he did a sensational job. No matter the amount of success that we enjoyed for the 12 years prior to his arrival, he helped take it to another level last year. And we were doing our thing this year as well. And so when the news came down that he and ESPN had mutually agreed that he would need to come off the airwaves of ESPN, it was a blow to the show, a blow to me personally, because I'm gonna miss him. But it was not a surprise. Mm-hmm. When I was on the air just a few days ago, a lot of people were looking for me to say something. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to speak to one's innocence or one's guilt about something I have absolutely positively no knowledge of whatsoever. Do I believe that Shannon Sharpe is guilty of what he has been accused of? Absolutely not. That is my personal opinion. The brother that I've come to know, I don't believe would assault or rape anybody. And I'm going to state that emphatically. But just as emphatically, I'm going to remind everybody it is my opinion because of what I feel about him. Not in any way implying that I know a damn thing beyond that, because I don't know. I've seen the text messages released by his lawyer, who, by the way, I don't think has been impressive in this at all, because some of the information that was let out to the public, I have no idea why a lawyer would advise such a thing, but that's a different subject for another day. And we're allowed to deduce from an opinion perspective what we believe and what we don't, so long as we concede that we have no way of knowing definitively what the truth is. What I can speak about is the fact that this 3-time Super Bowl champion and this Hall of Famer, who emphatically stated to me over the phone how innocent he is of these allegations that have been levied against him, insisting repeatedly that anything you read, anything you see, anything you hear was fully and totally consensual. In the same breath, what's inescapable is that without us knowing all the merits, he was working with Disney, where I've worked since 2003, excluding my departure from 2009 to 2011, when I was gone for those 2 years. Outside of that, I've been at Disney since October of 2003. I know this place. I know the worldwide leader that is ESPN, who's under the umbrella of Disney. And it wasn't difficult for me to figure out what was transpiring. As I sit here before you today discussing this matter, ESPN and Disney have a wait and see attitude when it comes to whatever evidence they may learn about this entire situation involving Shannon Sharpe from a legal and from a civil perspective. What they didn't need, as it pertains to those two things that I just mentioned, they didn't need any definitive evidence at this particular moment in time about all of that stuff, once all the things Shannon Sharpe's lawyer put out there. It was uncomfortable to listen to, and it was not something that Walt Disney once associated with its brand. So to have him on the airwaves while all of that stuff was put out there, was not something that Disney was going to take. That is what I mean when I say I am not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
In getting to know Shannon Sharpe,
I'm gonna say, if that's the case and if that's true, he don't have a job no more.
Right.
Because those takes, that audio, all that stuff is out there. So there's no point of coming back.
Yeah,
Why are you coming back at football when, by Stephen A. Smith's omission, Disney doesn't like or wants to align with what he is known for?
Mm-hmm. I mean, we saw this same situation happen.
But hold on though, real quick. Stephen A. Smith admitted Disney. He said Disney and Shannon both decided to part ways. That isn't what Shannon was kind of assuming. Like, he made it seem like he decided to step down.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Stephen A. Smith is saying Disney reprimanded you, and they don't want you on the airwaves.
Yep.
They don't want to deal with you right now. So you were kind of low key almost fired.
Pushed out.
You're on their way out.
Yep.
They pushed you out.
Yep. They pushed you out, but before they finished pushing, you was like, I quit.
It was more like the PR shit to make it look, oh well, you know, instead of them saying we pushed him out or fired him, we're gonna just say, oh, you left on your own. That way we don't have to be held accountable for it. But we all know exactly more what's up, though.
I got to be honest. I don't like the way that Stephen A. Smith defended Shannon just now. He wasn't defending him like he was defending the others. In my opinion, he put him on a platter and said, nigga, I'm doing mine. You on your own, dog.
Yeah. I got to eat, too.
But that's supposed to be your boy, though.
Yeah.
So Stephen A. is giving the energy like, man, you doing some shit that I can't align myself with. He said, but he kept it real and said, I understand why this is happening because I work for Disney. I know how Disney do. Stephen A. Smith said he wasn't there in 2009 and 2011 because he said something to, I don't know if it was Michelle Beadle, but he said something to a female at ESPN that she didn't appreciate, got him suspended. I think he was suspended once or twice by Disney.
Damn.
He got spanked by Disney, and Stephen A. didn't really do much. A whole entire sex tape of Shannon Sharpe's booty getting eaten was released.
Right.
And Shannon kept his job at Disney.
Yeah.
They were like, that's fine, kept his job.
You can't prove it. That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
And then we moved on. Now here we are a few months later. It's kind of happening again. Now Disney has a problem with it. If you were against that type of stuff, you would have let him go then. Everybody thought Disney was going to get rid of Shannon Sharpe then. We were shocked that they didn't. But now they're letting you go. I don't think it's because you a freak when you're outside of work, dog. I think it's because Disney knows about the Shaq, knows about, they have their own investigators, and is starting to piece things together and is at a point where it's like, nah, bruh, there's something else going on here, bro.
I have to disagree with you on that one, bro. And I think that with Disney, when it comes, just like the situation when it happened with Johnny Depp, when they hear anything about force, rape, they got to get rid of you automatically. And when they find a true member, they kicked Johnny out in a heartbeat for Pirates of the Caribbean. Kind of even when they found out that it wasn't true, they already kicked him out.
She was a high-profile celebrity herself. Amber Heard was a actress herself.
But
she wasn't unknown.
She still said these type of words, and went by saying that they don't want it no more. They don't want it. They to do that. Like, yes, Shannon Sharpe had that videotape on, you know, that he did from Instagram and all of this shit or whatever that he said that he did happen to him. However, when it come out with a woman saying you did this, he raped me, that's when it's like, oh shit, we don't want that. Once that R word come out, it's a wrap. They gotta go. You gotta go. We gotta get you up out of here.
They're
scared of that.
There was no R word for Jonathan Majors.
It was allegedly that
they saw the video,
right? But he allegedly that they looked at it as he assaulted her.
No alleged. They saw the video. They saw Jonathan was running from her, pushed her in the car to get away from her. They seen it. Disney seen it.
And they went by her mouth, what she also said too.
No, they went by what happened. They seen the video like we did, and that was still enough to axe Jonathan Majors. They have nothing but audio of him being a freak and allegations.
And then now the chick is coming out saying
allegations, and he's a freak. An OnlyFans model, dog.
Disney would have fired him if they had some more evidence that it was him. Because you can easily say that's not me on the audio.
What about stepping away? They basically suspended him.
Right. But this is because of the other stuff that came in the first case. They got him.
Right.
So
then you got this woman who said that he actually. We're talking about two accusations of the R word from two different white women.
He ain't coming back.
And I don't believe none of these bitches, bro. Because, like I said, all these bros come out the woodworks, just like Bill Cosby, just like R. Kelly. All of these bitches come out the woodworks for a fucking check. Soon as a black man start making money, oh yeah, he did this to me too. It's bitches come out that they probably never fucked with before in their life. Oh yeah, he messed with me too.
What is it about the system? What is it about the white women coming for the black man for their bread and bringing the accusations of violence and
I don't know.
Because we're already demonized. We're already demonized as black men.
Do you think that the women know that there's racism in the system and they know that they could win because the guy's black?
They're white. That white skin protect.
Do they know that they know that they're the innocent little white girl? Because she even said it. The small little white girl and the big black guy dominating me. She used that.
Yeah.
They're aware. They weaponize that. Y'all got to be careful, man. You got to make sure that you dealing with women that have good characters, bro. Shannon, you're dealing with an OF model who's busting it open for the world to see for a few dollars. And you're doing all these things with her. That means she's giving it to someone else too. And she was 20 years old. You're 55.
Yeah.
That's a huge age gap, bruh. Of course she gonna try to get you. And it's even worse, she white. Because now she can get you legally, bro. And get you at this position. If this girl, and then you think about this, he offered her $10 million.
So that is the same girl.
But he offered her $10 million to leave the situation probably alone. Like she's putting his name out there. You're fucking my career up. So I'm gonna give you this to shut you up to get off of this. I know it looks like
Shannon
bad.
Went on his network after the sex tape audio leaked. He said, "Hey, Shannon be getting it in. In fact, look at my sex appeal." Man, I get it in. I'm an able-bodied man. He was boasting.
I didn't know he did that.
He was boasting on the Nightcap, on his podcast after the stuff came out.
I didn't see that.
He was boasting about his sexual activities. So why are you not boasting now? Keep boasting because there's another woman that said you be eating grocery and you do all that. Hey, Shannon the freak. Hey, what I do in my business in my own home is my home. But since it's out there, it's embarrassing. Shannon could get a little freaky. You know, hey Stephen A. Hey, I'm a little freaky with it, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my business, though. He didn't do that this time.
I think now because his lawyers and everybody more involved telling him you gotta be quiet.
Nah,
this
because
is the time you gotta be quiet.
The big deal was there, and then Disney's like, nah, he ain't getting this no more.
It's an attack on a black eligible rich man, bro. It's an attack, especially with these women that come around.
Why does Shannon Sharpe only get with white women?
Because he don't trust black women. The drama, the argument.
Would this have happened with a black woman?
No, I don't think so. Why
not?
Because a black woman knows how to shut her mouth and hold and keep herself in line.
I think
she want the money.
I think the black woman will try, but it won't prosper like as well as a white woman would do.
Check this out.
You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. I do. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get your old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, I need you want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah, because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's going to say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. Shit. So he thought I was going to be scared. Yes, I'm talking.
He should have took her and Cat Williams' advice. Stop messing with these old chicks, Shannon. You need to get you a young chicks. I'm sorry. Stop messing with these young chicks. You need to get you an old woman your age. When you settle down with
older men, and you know, a lot of older men prefer younger women anyway. I mean, and most men do. Most men prefer, like if they in their 40s, prefer a woman that's in their 30s. I'm gonna stick to 30s, or some dudes still go to 20s, because they want somebody nice, firm, and right, compared to somebody that got miles.
They want. Yeah, that's what they want.
And the thing is, most men prefer younger women anyway. They prefer that. A lot of them don't want a woman that is around their age.
It's talking about date your age. I want to date my wage, so come on with it.
Well, you talking?
As a matter of fact, I'm taking applicants as we speak.
Well, you talking spicy tonight, boy.
It's talking about date your age. I want to date my wage.
Now here's Shannon Sharpe talking about I want to date my wage. I want to be with a chick that got as much money as me or more. Now this is where you left field, dog. A woman's money doesn't mean anything when it comes to finding a proper mate or a wife.
Facts. I agree.
So you're putting narratives out there that we as men don't want out there because it's not true. We as men don't care for a rich woman. That means nothing.
That's true.
A rich woman becoming a wife is like having a feminine man who wears makeup and dyes his hair and nails, and you want him to be a husband.
Oh my God! I thought about a group.
You thought about BTS?
Yes. Oh shit!
You can't do that. It doesn't work. So that's not what we're saying. And that makes me think like, dang, you on the defensive a lot. People call Shannon gay.
Yeah.
They say he's zesty
because he acts feminine sometimes. You know, with a lot of shit that he does and how he dresses and everything else like that. He looks like when he had that fucking
that fucking
strap.
Bag. Yeah.
That's how
Total
he has it.
with
How he had it though. That's something that you see a woman wear, not a man. Like I know, like okay. Prime example. I got a fanny pack, bro. My fanny pack don't be on me like that. It's around me like a backpack. He wears his like a purse. Like it's just not. It's not manly. It doesn't.
What do y'all think about this right here?
Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
That was sexual.
Yes, you do.
Oh.
I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Oh. I don't want to be choked. She was setting him up, dog.
Yeah.
That's I believe that Shannon did not rape this woman at all.
Facts.
I believe they're into the kinky heavy BDSM.
Yeah.
She's in a position where she knows she get a big payday and she's using that. She's using the phone calls. She's using her role in the BDSM to snare him on the phone to make it look bad to us.
Yeah.
Because in this moment he was in that active. You said again, I'm gonna choke you out when I see. I don't want to be choked. Oh, you ain't got no choice in the matter.
Yeah.
Like he's playing the role. Like that's their thing.